Nikola Jokic, an NBA superstar, stands out as one of the most impressive players in the league. He prioritizes basketball and actively contributes to his team's success. Jokic isn't known for provoking his opponents or seeking conflicts. However, the intense physicality and pressure he faces while leading the Nuggets to victory can occasionally push him to lose his temper. When this happens, it's wise to steer clear because as calm and composed as he may seem, Jokic can be equally intimidating when angered. It's no wonder there's a saying about not messing with the Serbs. For instance, during the 2023 Western Conference semifinals between the Suns and the Nuggets, a crucial Game 5 was tied in the series. Typically, the team that wins Game 5 in a tied series goes on to win the matchup. Unfortunately for the Suns, they fell short against the Nuggets with a score of 118-102, playing on the road. The Suns' supporting cast didn't contribute as much on the floor, while players like KD and Devin Booker carried the load. The Suns' bench added only 26 points to the team's total, leading to frustration among the players. Towards the end of the third quarter, with half a minute remaining, tensions ran high. Bruce Brown tried to disrupt the Suns' huddle but was pushed away by KD. In a similar manner, Jokic attempted the same, looking over the Suns' huddle. This time, Durant was even more furious and forcefully shoved Jokic aside. Being the experienced player he is, Jokic overreacted to the shove, which drew a reaction from both the fans and one of the referees. As a result, Durant received a technical foul. It seems like the Joker had a trick up his sleeve, setting up KD in this instance. In another game, this time between the Miami Heat and the Denver Nuggets, after a foul on Bam Adebayo, Jokic grabbed the defensive rebound and started a fast break. However, Markieff Morris intentionally fouled Jokic at half-court to halt the fast break. Frustrated by the lack of a call for Adebayo's foul, Morris fouled Jokic too aggressively, delivering a forceful elbow hit to his ribs. Jokic didn't take kindly to Morris' foul and had no intention of holding back. He sprinted towards Morris at full speed and shoved him from behind. This was no ordinary hit, as both players were ejected from the game, and Morris suffered a spinal injury as a result of the shove. Morris later tweeted about his injury, expressing his frustration, but it's clear that Jokic is not someone you want to cross paths with. In the 2021 Western Conference semifinals, the Nuggets faced a sweeping defeat at the hands of the Phoenix Suns during the third quarter of Game 4, with the Nuggets trailing by 20 points. Jokic's frustration reached its peak when he didn't receive a foul call on an 11-foot jumper. In his frustration, Jokic attempted to slap the ball away from Cameron Payne but accidentally struck Payne in the face. As a result, Payne fell to the floor, and Devin Booker engaged in a heated exchange with Jokic. After a review by the referees, Jokic was assessed a flagrant 2 foul and ejected from the game. These incidents demonstrate that Jokic, despite his cool demeanor, has a fiery side. It's clear that crossing paths with him can lead to intense confrontations and consequences. The Nuggets had a 2-1 series lead over the Suns, and Jokic was having a dominant performance in Game 4, scoring an impressive 53 points and recording 11 assists. Despite his outstanding performance, the Nuggets couldn't secure a road win and ended up losing 129-124 late in the second quarter. As the ball bounced towards the courtside seats, both Joshua Okogie of the Suns and Jamal Murray of the Nuggets attempted to retrieve it but were unsuccessful. Okogie ended up crashing into the front row. Jokic, being the attentive player he is, went to retrieve the ball for his team. However, a fan, who happened to be Phoenix Suns owner Matt Ishbia, appeared to hold on to the ball, preventing Jokic from getting it back in play. In response, Jokic wrestled the ball out of Ishbia's hands and inadvertently sent it further into the crowd. Ishbia then seemed to put his hand on Jokic, and in the heat of the moment, Jokic pushed back, causing Ishbia to fall back into his seat. The incident resulted in Jokic receiving a technical foul for his actions. The league needed to determine whether Jokic would face further consequences and potentially miss Game 5. However, Ishbia publicly expressed his understanding of why Jokic reacted the way he did in hope that Jokic would be able to play in the next game. He stated that he enjoyed watching the great competition between the two teams. Jokic, on the other hand, defended his actions, stating that he would have done the same thing regardless of who it was against in the Suns camp. He explained that he wanted to keep the game going and have some fun, even though he hoped Ishbia would cover his fine. Fortunately for Jokic, the league did not suspend him, and he was able to play in Game 5. He made a statement on the court, contributing 29 points, 13 rebounds, and 12 assists, leading the Nuggets to a crucial victory over the Suns. The Nuggets went on to win the series in 6 games and advanced to the Western Conference Finals. In a recent game, Nikola Jokic found himself on the wrong end of some questionable officiating. Despite being slapped multiple times while attacking in the post, he did not receive a foul call. Frustrated by the referee's mistake, Jokic took out his frustration on Terrence Ross, who had grabbed the rebound. Jokic slapped the ball out of Ross's hands with the clear intention of sending a message to the referee. This unexpected move startled the referee, causing a visible flinch. The incident triggered a reaction from the Magic players, but it wasn't until the next quarter that Ross retaliated with a hard foul on Jokic. It was undoubtedly a revenge play by Ross, as he intentionally grabbed Jokic when he attempted to attack the rim. Although Ross's foul was aggressive, Jokic did not react, seemingly aware that his actions in the first quarter were wrong and possibly the reason for Ross's retaliation. After the game, Ross took to Twitter, acknowledging that Jokic had done something similar to him in the past. He jokingly mentioned that Jokic had sapped the back off him, but assured that there were no hard feelings. Looking back at previous playoff matchups, there was a significant game between the Portland Trail Blazers and the Denver Nuggets in the 2019 Western Conference semifinals. The Nuggets had a substantial lead entering the fourth quarter of Game 5, which was crucial since the series was tied at 2 apiece. Despite the score difference, both teams played fiercely until the very end, knowing that the winner of Game 5 likely had the advantage to win the series. During the game, Jokic was fouled by Myers Leonard multiple times as he attacked in the post. Despite the physicality, Jokic managed to score and was fouled in the process. This led to a confrontation between Jokic and Leonard, with Jokic expressing his displeasure while trash-talking. The situation was quickly diffused by the intervention of other players and referees. The Nuggets ultimately held onto their lead, winning the game and taking a 3-2 series lead. However, they eventually lost both Games 6 and 7, resulting in their elimination from the 2019 playoffs. In another playoff matchup, this time against the Los Angeles Lakers in the 2020 NBA playoffs, the Nuggets found themselves down 2-0 in the series and desperately needing a win in Game 3. The game was intense, with both teams hustling for every loose ball. In the second quarter, Dwight Howard knocked the ball out of Jokic's hands, leading to a foul call against Howard. Jokic and Howard exchanged words, but the situation did not escalate further. Despite some trash-talking attempts, Jokic was unable to rattle Howard, who continued to defend him effectively. While Jokic is typically known for his calm demeanor, there are moments when frustration can get the best of him, especially when faced with unfair calls or underperforming. It's important to avoid provoking Jokic's anger, as everyone is happier when he showcases his incredible skills on the court rather than causing trouble.